Hey guys, what's going on? Today is January 17th, 2022. So it's been a while since my last video reporting from Sanya about the COVID situation here. Now that's an update. I'm currently in Hangzhou today, and just want to give you a little update on the COVID situation here. So my last update was about the containment of the Delta, when Western media claimed that Delta is going to cause China to collapse and blah blah blah. And now the same thing is going to happen with the Omicron variant. They say like, yeah, well, because it's spreading even faster, and again, Western media is always like claiming, oh, this is finally gonna get China, like China's system is gonna collapse, they can't handle this. But after the outbreak in Xi'an, that I believe it's been the worst outbreak since Wuhan. And slowly the numbers have gone down. Like Xi'an is under control, and the only negative impact it had in Xi'an was one pregnant woman that actually gave a miscarriage. Sorry for this, but if that is the only bad news, I mean it's bad. One person is bad enough, you know, a small infant. Then compared to what we have 800,000 people who died in the United States alone, and now you worry about one single Chinese citizen in Xi'an that passed away. I think it's since Wuhan there have been only like a few people died from COVID, only a few people, compared to the United States had like over several thousand of people die, you know. And this is what the West that's the only thing they can come up with, you know. But that's the only like mismanagement they had so far. And that guy who handled the Xi'an city, he was sacked basically from his position. And okay, now Xi'an has been contained now, the virus in Xi'an. And now you have Tianjin and in Anyang in Henan province, the Omicron virus variant spreading across several cities. And yeah, and the West always like claims that, you know, the Omicron variant is gonna cause a lot of damage, like, and it's finally to a point where China is gonna collapse their health system or whatever because of that. But it's basically, again, this is just like the projection of the West of their wrongdoings or of something that they can't handle, basically. And China is the only country that can handle the Omicron variant, and we're gonna see this. We're gonna contain this virus like in several different cities in the same way Xi'an was handled. After, I don't know, a month or so, it's under control. People moving on until, yeah, we're gonna wait it out and see what the West does. Like, there's going to be more people dying. Actually, the American health system is about to collapse. And again, they're projecting basically their own incompetence to China, basically. And that's what we see at the moment, like this constant blame on China, this and that. Even though I live here, damn, this is loud here. Let me find a more quiet place here. It's like a busy street here. Sorry guys, I can't find a more quiet place because I'm on a main street here. It's pretty loud here. But let me just recap and say what I just said. Anyways, where was I? Anyways, I'm basically traveling throughout China, pretty much like 300 days per year. I'm traveling to different cities to work, and I can give you a more accurate picture of what's going on here. Despite all these negative news about China, like I always call it like the draconian ways how they contain the virus and stuff. It's actually what the zero COVID policy is one of the best policies. Yeah, I know it sounds like I've been paid just saying all this shit, you know, but you gotta give credit to the government doing all this, like, because they spend a lot of money essentially all doing all this testing and to accommodate this policy, like hospitals, like testing, if you get quarantined, all these hotels and stuff. So you basically put a lot of money into like resource into containing virus, and this is not something you can do just like this. You gotta be like competent, and you gotta have the financial resource to doing this. You know, when they always keep telling you, oh, like they lock people up without any freedom of speech and all that fucking nonsense. I've been traveling, you know, like freaking 300 days a year, different cities, and so far, like how many years have we been into this pandemic? Like 2 years? No, 2000. Yeah, about 2 years into this pandemic, and so far I've been traveling like crazy, and surprisingly, I had to do COVID tests only like maybe like 8 times. Recently I've been just recently like 4 times already, you know. But prior to that, surprisingly only like 4 times. So less than 10 times basically. I've been doing COVID tests. Because right now, because of the Olympics and stuff, so you require probably more like this, more stringent, the policy. So they're always like, when you go to another city, and your city is like a medium risk or whatever, I don't know how that policy exactly works, but you're required to do a 48-hour COVID test. And that's so far like the worst experience. Like, you know, I mean, if you get all your freedom and you can conduct your business, if you only had to do this, then you're pretty good, well off. I mean, just doing a 48-hour, I mean, it's the norm, you know, you accept it the way it is. Or you have this chaos in the West, people are dying and protesting and all that nonsense. Shit, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here first. Okay, I'm in the wilderness here. So I've been pretty lucky and blessed with, you know, after the outbreak in Wuhan, I can continue my business. And actually my business has increased actually for, you know, the domestic market, thanks to the government protecting the citizens and the economy at the same time, while the priority of the West is individual freedom and the economics first. So you had a lot of people that died. Oh, you have freedom of expression, that nonsense, you know, where you can go out and freely infect other people with the virus. So basically, yeah, we don't have this freedom here in China to go out and to infect other people with COVID and to kill somebody. Maybe it's freaking safe here. Like if you're a foreigner, if you're a woman, if you're like an 18-year-old girl, you can walk here like 2 a.m. in the morning. Pretty much in major cities, and I can't think of like any a city in China where you're being raped, like, or where this place is dangerous. I mean, you can't. Gosh, I don't know. But you can just like any major cities, or even small cities, what have you. You can walk 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning. Nobody gives a shit about you. Nobody needs to steal. I mean, it used to, like back in the days when I first, like maybe 10 years ago, it was more. There were more like these kind of like petty crimes and all this like stuff. But now it's unthinkable. You know, you have any of these sort of crimes here, like in China. So, you know. So my prediction is that China is going to contain the Omicron virus, the variant already, like what they have done in Xi'an. It's already contained. There's less and less numbers, like people with the variant that have been either quarantined. I know the West's gonna say like people are like they killed all these people. It's crazy. Like Western news is like mind-boggling. You know what they report. It's crazy the amount. Anything that if out of 1.4 billion people, if there's one douchebag complaining about the policy, that's going to be another video why I explain why it's so dangerous when people are complaining about some stupid stuff. The West is going to use that, you know, to make, you know, spread all this negative nonsense around. But where was I? So they're going to contain this virus in the other cities too, especially in Tianjin and Anyang and Henan province. You know, I mean, the policy works. Why shouldn't it work anywhere else? So it works. They're going to continue to have that zero COVID policy, and Beijing Olympics gonna, you know, happen as planned, and China's gonna wait and see when the virus becomes weaker and weaker, and everybody's gosh, what's the word? Everybody's been vaccinated, and when they hit a certain rate where the virus is no longer a threat to the society, it becomes a flu, then China may open up. You know, it shows you like how strong the Chinese economy is. Like if they can just shut it down, like not letting any foreigners in, you know, they don't give a shit about it. So like a lot of people are dying to come into China again. I have friends like applying for visa, desperately trying to stay in China, but I'm glad I stayed here, not left China. And yeah, they're gonna wait it out and see until, you know, it becomes a very mild virus. Alright guys, I'm gonna go to a food court and grab some really delicious food here, and peace out. So guys, check this out, this mall. Hold on. All these foods here you can choose during the afternoon when you come out from work. There's so much food here. So that's what I like here about China. There's so much option food-wise here. Pastry, all these foods here you can pick from. Malatang, drinks. You can get your hair cut here. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Like lots of like a beverage, little like stores here. But other than that, it's all like it's food paradise here basically. So I'm downstairs in the mall. You have tons of restaurants here again. There's like Shanxi noodles. It's great food here. And then so like candy stores. More restaurants here. I don't think this one is very good, but I'm not sure. And It's one of these franchise like He Fu noodle. It's really good. This one is really good. Sweet 7. All this is like food paradise again here.